Well, greetings, imagination connoisseurs. Once again, it is I, your pharaoh of physical media, Robert Meyer Burnett, and this is Let's Get Physical Media, episode number 36. But you know what? You know it. I know it. It's not a show without my compatriot, if you put chocolate and peanut butter together, it wouldn't be as good as your favorite German and me together. That's right, Mr. Dieter Bastian, all the way from Saarbrücken, Deutschland. Mr. Dieter Bastian, how are you today?
Greetings, imagination connoisseurs. Dieter here. Here I am, rock you like a hurricane. And welcome to the B&B Motel for Let's Get Physical Media and show number 36. I believe, and I'm feeling fine, Rob. Weekend is in the last hours, but we are just getting started. And what is more to talk about? After the mode to talk was winding down, the next hot topic was coming up. Someone is suing someone. And we were in a frenzy again on YouTube, which was great again. What can you do? Entertainment, it keeps going. It keeps going, Rob.
Hello,
everybody.
I just don't understand. Some people just fail upwards.
No. Well, what can I say?
Oh, wait, that's the Robservations topic for today.
Yeah.
I mean, I just want you to know that 5 more years, the hostage crisis has been extended for 5 more years. It's very, very disconcerting. Very disconcerting.
Correct.
Anyway,
Correct.
We'll talk about that later. This is not the show. This
No.
is the show. This is all about positivity. It's all about the happiness.
Give us some news, Rob. Give us some news.
Okay. First of all, talk about happiness. Talk about news. We got some news. First of all, the one unfortunate thing, I got a couple of boxes coming from Europe, which haven't arrived yet, including my 4K Steelbook for True Romance. I know it's been sent. That, and then I've got a big box from Arrow coming, which hasn't yet arrived. The Diamond Trilogy, I mean, I look at people like Dr. Yang. He's got, not Willow Yang, but Dr. Yang. He's got his Diamond Trilogy box set from Arrow. It looks amazing. I don't have mine. Can't show it today. I got a good haul this week, but anyway, the news, Dieter.
Yeah. What's coming out, Rob?
It's not like last week when they dropped the news of To Live and Die in L.A. coming out, which, by the way, can I just remind everyone that To Live and Die in L.A. is coming out on 4K from Kino Lorber. Dude, I heard that news, and there's been blood that flowed to a certain part of my nether regions, and it hasn't left. I'm still pulsating with excitement, if you know what I mean. But on the heels
Not to be outdone.
On the heels of that news, a movie I love even more than To Live and Die in L.A. was finally, we knew it was coming, finally announced for 4K, the 50th anniversary of Stanley Kubrick's masterpiece, A Clockwork Orange, has been announced for 4K in multiple editions. Here is the big bad box set. This was on Zavvi and actually at Amazon UK. This is the UK box set exclusive. Zavvi is sold out of this shit, and I didn't get there in time, and I was like, oh man. But I went to Amazon UK. They let me order it. I guess apparently, now that Brexit's happened and over, whatever's going on in the UK, I don't have to call up Emma Bannon, the lovely Emma Bannon, to save my ass on this one, even though she did save my ass on something, and we'll talk about that later. But there are multiple editions of Clockwork Orange coming out. Yes, and then the Masters of Cult or whatever from Spain. There's this version of Clockwork Orange coming out, which is exciting. And there's, of course, the standard edition of A Clockwork Orange coming out. And there's one more, which I just realized I forgot to get a picture of, but the Steelbook. And would you be surprised to know I had to order all of them? Would that be something that you... Are you sure about that? You didn't...
You got to have them all, Rob,
You got to have them all.
And the designs are great. from
It's a great.
It's hard to choose. It's
hard to choose. Hard to choose. So that's very exciting. Also announced this week a 4K version of Highlander. Highlander, many different versions of Highlander on home video, which over the years, getting it on 4K finally. This movie, it's pretty grainy. I don't. Yeah, what do you think? Do you think it's going to look good? Is it worth the upgrade?
I hope so. But it will probably a little bit more better quality, a little bit lower. Will not be. I don't think it will be a stable picture.
Yeah, it never was. And then, of course, Arrow finally announced coming out on 4K. Arrow has been crushing their 4K releases. Despite the Dune debacle, and let me just say, Arrow, I understand why you had to put something out at a certain particular time, but not having Daniel Griffith's feature-length Dune documentary on your title on Dune was not good. Not good. But you know what, Arrow? I still love you. I have great big love for Arrow. The Diamond Gin box, I haven't got it yet, but it's coming, I know. But Arrow announced in 4K Dario Argento's Deep Red. If you're a Giallo fan, Deep Red, one of the cornerstones of the entire genre. There's been many different versions of Deep Red that have come out on home video. When I was a kid, trying to get this movie on VHS was difficult. But it's now, of course, come out in many different versions. And now it's arriving in 4K. And as Arrow is wont to do, this is their standard release. And they also have their limited edition art release, which, like they've done with their upcoming Cat of Nine Tails. And these sell out. If you want the artwork, they sell out. So that's pretty cool. Very excited about this release. I really love Arrow's titles. I am getting a little sick of putting their box sets of these things right next to each other. Like, I wish I knew they were doing this. It makes sense, but I hope Criterion doesn't do this. You buy these great Blu-ray box sets, and then, a couple years later, they're going to put it out on Blu-ray, and you're like, on 4K, and it's like, well, okay, but you don't want. It's like Donnie Darko. They put out a beautiful Blu-ray box set, and then they put out the 4K. It's not like I don't want to get rid of my Blu-ray, but it's like, how many times am I going to watch Donnie Darko in the rest of my life? But I feel the need to buy it.
There's a new Donnie Darko set coming out, probably the same transfer, but a new set with other stuff in it,
Bruh, how much? There's only so much money to go around. People are starving. I understand, though. 4K, you got to spend the money. Another film that I quite like, Second Sight. Still waiting on that Martin disc, Second Sight. Where are you? But they announced Session 9. Session 9, which is a film I quite love. Second Sight, of course, Second Sight has forever been immortalized in the pantheon of home video companies because they released the great box set for Dawn of the Dead, which, of course, I love you, Second Sight. They're putting out Session 9. Very exciting. And then something else, there is a Guy Pearce movie that looks like a Blade Runner ripoff. The trailer dropped for it. Coming out, and it's called Zone 414. I looked at this, and there's been many Blade Runner ripoffs that have come out in the world in the time. I don't think a movie's been more ripped off than The Road Warrior or Blade Runner. This looks like the latest one, but it looked good. I'm like, okay, I might buy this shit, And then, lest we forget, Arrow, Arrow's putting out. I don't know. You're looking at it. What do you think? You're gonna buy this movie or what? Trash Panda. You're gonna buy this.
Matilda Lutz is in it from Revenge, so that's
plus
for me.
So it is a plus for you, and you got me the Second Sight Revenge.
Yeah, Travis Fimmel is in it, so okay. But I haven't seen the trailer, but looks right up my alley.
I thought so.
Will it come out in theaters or just Paramount Plus?
I think it's on Paramount Plus. I don't think it's coming out in theaters, but even the trailer, it looks like Blade Runner Light. It's Blade Runner, but we don't have any flying cars because that would be too expensive. But it looks, I watched the trailer yesterday. I'm like, all right, I'll watch this. Why not? There's nothing better than another Blade Runner ripoff because we've been getting them for almost 40 years. Why not this month's Blade Runner ripoff? Fine, it looks good. Always loved Guy Pearce. Good on you, Guy Pearce. I think Guy Pearce is actually married to Clarice Houghton. I think.
Oh, okay.
From Paul Verhoeven's Black Book and, of course, from Game of Thrones, which makes Guy Pearce winning at life. So good on you, Guy Pearce. I will watch your movie because you were also in L.A. Confidential and Memento. You're just one cool dude. And then finally, we've shown it before. It's coming out. But my God, dude, the Arrow Legend box set. I mean, look at this. Come on, man. Again, just let's gaze upon the greatness. They actually have the movie poster that I had on my wall. That's the American. They're both the American and the European posters, which they're featuring. I'm a huge fan. I love this movie, and it's going to be great to get the Arrow box set. We know it's coming out, but hey, why not? Yeah, well, there's the European artwork and the American version. Both the artworks are great. So those are the things that were announced this week that I thought worth mentioning. I mean, I think all of these releases are erection-inducing, so that's good.
Totally. And Emma Ben already in the live chat said the other movie from Paramount, what was the title again? 414? It's too high quality for me. It would be too high quality, even if it's Blade Runner Light. That's what I get, Rob, in the live chat.
Well, Dieter, I don't usually go after you for your questionable taste, but I do say that if you looked at our collections, I think I definitely take the high road. Just saying.
I take the bottom, Rob.
And that's why we're friends. That's why we do this show. That's why
would be boring, Rob, if you both have always the same titles.
I agree because, you know what, it's funny, watching this show with you, I realize there's a lot of movies I'm never, ever going to see that you own.
Correct.
And I love that about you.
And isn't it great to see our physical media is still alive?
It's still alive and it's vibrant. But I have to tell you that sometimes it's not as vibrant as it should be. And we're going to talk about that with, let's discuss this release, but we'll get to it. Hang on.
Later. So, from my perspective, as always, what was happening previously on Let's Get Physical Media?
Yes, let me just zoom in on you because, I love the fact that you pay attention to the folks at home because you know why? We are all goof people, as Tom Jr. Jackson said. And that T-shirt will be available in our merch store. Never has a typo delighted me as much as Tom Jr. Jackson's typo, because we are all goof people. And you know what? Nobody exemplifies that sentiment more than you, Dieter. So tell us what happened this week.
What was happening, Rob? You were championing To Live and Die in LA is coming out in 4K. Rob?
Wait, what?
You were championing
what? What's coming out in 4K?
To Live and Die in LA.
You're fucking kidding me. To Live and Die in LA is coming out on 4K?
Yeah.
4K, like physical media 4K? Yeah. Holy shit!
You can hold it in your hand, bro. You can hold it in your hand.
Oh my fucking good Christ. Can't believe it. Anyway, sorry.
What?
Go ahead.
No problem. Not everyone is a fan of that movie, Rob. Dirty Soul Monkey, not a huge fan of To Live and Die in LA. And Michael Brown didn't like that movie at all. And not only that, Michael Brown said, not a big fan of True Romance 2. Michael Brown, are you trolling? Are you trolling? Unbelievable. Unbelievable.
Wait, hang on a second. Hey, wait. Hang on. Could you run that by me one more time?
Dirty Soul Monkey said, not a huge fan of To Live and Die in LA. And Michael Brown said, didn't like that movie at all. Yeah, Rob, that's what was happening. That was what's happening. Okay,
both of you, you're out. You're out of the family. You're dead to me. What the hell, man? Look, there are certain movies that even if you don't like them, you will learn to like them. You must like them. And let me just tell you, how can you not like To Live and Die in L.A.? William Friedkin is back on the streets again. Don't you dare malign. Don't you dare malign William Peterson. I mean, I'm a straight man, but I'll tell you, if I was gay, William Peterson walks around like the guy you want to fuck in To Live and Die in L.A. The swagger, the maleness of him in this film. My God, how do you not love To Live and Die in L.A.? Come on, people. Don't say that to me. I don't want to hear that.
Rob outvoted me. I would have given you both a strike, but Rob said, you're gone, you're out, you know. That's how Hollywood works. And Michael Brown topped that by saying, not a fan of True Romance 2, okay?
Okay, you know what? Come on, dude. Didn't Michael Brown post that he just watched Romeo is Bleeding, which I know you're late to the party, bro, but fill the hole. He liked it though. Okay. I'm telling you, Romeo's Bleeding and To Live and Die in L.A. should play on a double bill in it. Yeah, cool. When I die, even in hell, where I'll probably wind up, they'll have that double bill playing because it's so awesome.
And don't forget, Rob, you said you would fuck William Peterson. Don't forget, we all would fuck Elvis, you know.
Well, there you go. And I'm not gay, but Elvis was prettier than most women.
Not any argument there. Okay?
Wait, did you get that? Are you going to show that to us this week? Can you give me a preview of what you bought? Did you get your True Romance?
I showed it last week, Rob.
Oh yeah, I forget. Life, slips my mind. You did show last week.
Both editions, Rob. Both editions. Okay. Pod Racing Palpatine said Dieter needs to buy Crazy Samurai 400 vs. 1. What are you talking, Pod Racing Palpatine? I showed that movie already on our show that I have that movie. Okay? I don't know the episode in which it was featured, but I have 400 vs. 1. Crazy Samurai. I have that movie. Okay? Pod Racing Palpatine. Unbelievable. Brian Hepburn has a cool list on what to spend your money on, and the list goes food, clothes,
hookers and blow,
supplies for kids, and hot toys. So hot toys is on the 4th scale,
and hookers and blow.
Okay, said hot toys is on place 4.
I'm behind that list.
And with all the Motu talk, Charlie the Unicorn said Eternia, Preternia, tomato, you know. But I believe it was Subternia and Preternia. Okay. Jeffrey Mao, our German, said, hey, it's my favorite show of the week. And Justin Donner said, my favorite too. I don't know if they talk about Let's Get Physical Media. It could be Ted Lasso too. I don't know. And I watched Ted Lasso, Rob, before the show, the second episode. And I immediately had to think about you because the older player who is out of the game teaches little girls team, and they lost. But what, Rob? Everybody got a trophy, even if they lost. I had to think about you, and I left. They all got a trophy, but you threw the box at them. There you have your trophies, even if they had lost. So that Lasso is great. Wessner last week, 2 weeks ago, wanted to start a petition for me to be on Elisa Views. Not everyone is happy with that, Rob. Emma Bennett said, can I start a petition for Dieter not to be on Elisa Views?
You got dissed by the lovely Emma Bannon?
Yeah. She started a petition against that movement.
She doesn't want Batman's sidekick to be on Elizaviews?
No. But Stubble McShave had a little bit idea. I know what you're doing to Emma. You only say that you want to start a petition because you want Dieter to say your name at the next show. Well, Rob, she got what she wanted.
Well, you know what? I think if that's what I'm not going to say Emma Bannon's name on the show. I'm certainly not going to do that. I will not be pressured into saying Emma Bannon's name on this show because Emma Bannon, she might be lovely, and we might be perhaps Dean Mikitich. Emma Bannon and I might be working together. Dean and Emma might be doing something, but I'm not going to say.
And cahoots, Rob.
I'm not going to say Dean Mikitich's name, and I'm not going to say the lovely Emma Bannon. By the way, you can't say Emma Bannon's name without saying by beginning it by saying the lovely Emma Bannon. So I'm not going to do that, and I don't know how she thinks she's going to get us to talk about her on the show because I refuse. So enough of that. Enough of Emma Bannon, the lovely Emma Bannon. I don't know. By the way, I might even mention her name later. I don't know.
Video Hunter D. Dieter should boycott the show until Rob buys a direct-to-video Bruce Willis 4K. No, probably not Video Hunter D, because there's, I think, really only Cosmic Sin out in Germany on 4K that he could buy, but I wouldn't recommend Rob to buy that movie or see that movie anyway. Okay? The lovely Emma Bannon.
Yeah, that's it. You can't say, and by the way, you have to say the lovely Emma Bannon. It doesn't just roll off the tongue.
Definitely.
By the way, when you say rolling off the tongue and Emma Bannon, I can only imagine the kind of thoughts, the jokes that she'll come up with.
I will get to that later in the live chat.
Just saying.
And she said, well, the video will look nice in my blood-stained shrine to him. Whatever that means. Stubble answered, I knew it. You have a crush on Dieter. I don't know if he appreciates your violent forms of affection. Then she replied, I wondered why he never thanked me for that severed head. Well, Miss Lovely Emma Bannon, luckily it was probably delayed in the post. I didn't get a severed head till this day, so probably it was a post thing that they forgot. Last week we talked a little bit about Threads. You said it as well, lucky movie, good feel movie, The Threads. And
yes, everybody should watch Threads. If you're having a bad day, Threads is the kind of movie that you want to put on to uplift your spirits. If you're having a mental health day, like perhaps an Olympic gymnast, then you should watch Threads. Oh, wait, too soon, sorry.
Pod Racing Palpatine said, nobody would notice if you nuke Sheffield.
Somebody's It's like Superman. Lex, my mother lives in Hackensack, and then it's like, you can't nuke Sheffield. Somebody lives there. Somebody's folks live there, man. Come on.
Paul in Long Beach, I personally had a ball watching people freak out over He-Man. And me too, Paul in Long Beach. It was a great weekend last week. Okay. Emma reminded us
Wait. Who did?
The lovely Emma Bannon reminded us, considering the movies about nuclear war, there was the animated movie When the Wind Blows.
And Grave of the Fireflies.
I think it was around the same time. It came out around the same time. Our new show host, Arn, said, this movie, Blood Red Sky, scared me because it's on an airplane. Rob, have you seen it already? Blood Red Sky?
Okay. No, I have not.
Okay.
And I'm dying to see it. Blood Red Sky, I haven't.
Okay.
We're going to watch it.
The question is, have you seen it or have you not seen it? Which the comment didn't make clear. And Gary Bencho Sandwich Worthington said, I like Blood Red Sky. I went in without knowing the vampire bit, which was, of course, the greatest way to go in there.
Jesus Christ, you have to spoil everything? Come on now.
We spoiled it. It's spoiled in the trailer, Rob, as far as I know it, you know.
Okay, fine, Darth Vader's Luke Skywalker's father. I'm just saying.
It's out over 2 weeks now, I believe. Okay. Considering I mentioned the great comedy Never Have I Ever on Netflix with John McEnroe as a speaker from the off, and Tom Jr. Jackson said Mindy Kaling just asked John McEnroe, and he said, "Why not?" He was game for it. And Paul in Long Beach.
You know why John McEnroe? You know why John McEnroe was game for it? Because he, like all of us, we're all goof people.
And you said he's rich from his tennis playing, but Paul in Long Beach said, no, Rob, John McEnroe is rich from being an announcer for the past 20 years, realistically. Okay? Didn't know that. Okay? Dirty Soul Monkey said, Gangs of London, never heard of it. Come on. Dirty Soul Monkey. Gangs of London. Come on.
Bro, have you not heard of The Rad and The Rad 2, Even Radder? If you haven't seen The Rad and The Rad 2, Even Radder, I don't know who you are, and that's why you should love Gangs of London. And, oh, by the way, did you know it's on Blu-ray? Yes, you should, because you should have watched last week's show. He did, apparently, because he's never heard of it.
He did, but you said never heard of it.
Bruh.
Justin asked, is that movie any good, Jacob's Wife? You showed it last week.
It's pretty good. By the way, can I just give a shout-out to Barbara Crampton, probably the loveliest woman who's active on social media. And by the way, she announced this week on social media she is leaving San Francisco and she's moving to L.A. She's been on this show. Barbara Crampton has. I've interviewed her. I want to like do a video with her where we go shopping or something. I'm gonna ask her. I'm gonna be like, Barbara, Babs. Now that you're in L.A., let's go shopping with masks on and go eat sushi.
So Justin, from Rob, he said, it was a good movie, Jacob's Wife. Okay.
It's fun. It's fun.
Okay.
I mean, it's better than the trash panda shit you show on this show. Come on.
Unbelievable. Charlie the Unicorn said, considering the stuff that I sent you and I got 0. R&B is a taker, not a giver, like Dieter, okay? That's how the game is played in Hollywood, Charlie the Unicorn. And Mr. Gonzal 09 asked, Aaron is in that movie, right? Because Love last week showed the bitch slap, which Aaron signed for me. Unfortunately, I sent a package with the old bitch slap way back in the day, because otherwise I would have sent Rob this one.
Ooh, wait. Look at that.
To sign it, which is a media book of the movie.
Wait a minute. You should send me that because I will get Aaron to sign it. By the way, did you see the lovely Aaron Cummings in the new trailer for King Richard?
Yeah.
The Serena...
She made us aware that she's not that big in the movie, but she's big in the trailer featured.
I mean, oh my God. First of all, can I just say that Aaron Cummings and her husband, Tom, I mean, this to me is the Hollywood couple that you want to believe that, like a storybook romance. You meet her husband and you think, Aaron Cummings is obviously a lovely, and that, by the way, that media book is dope as fuck, dude. Look at that. And it's spot UV printed. Do me a favor and just turn it back and forth so we can see the light hit it. Just go like this. Yeah, look at that. Look at spot UV. Oh, man. I'm trying to get them to print the title of Tango Shalom on the one sheets like that. I love that. God, look at that.
Yeah.
All right.
So, but I didn't know if I should send it and ask again for her autograph.
No, you should. You absolutely should. But you have to send 2 because I can't have her sign that and not give her one.
Rob, I don't know if I can get this one anymore. This was limited to 222 editions only.
Would that be a liquor number?
Correct, Rob. But I got number 120. So I don't know if it's still available, Rob. I would have to check.
Probably. I don't even know. What are the economics? We're only going to print 222 of these. How do they make money?
I don't know, Rob. But they
you know why? Because they're laundering money for the Medellin cartel.
Yeah.
Which I've been waiting myself for. I'll make movies. Please let me launder money through my film projects. Please.
I don't know
I'll
how
Ozark that shit up.
Economics work with those limited editions. I know,
right?
I have no idea. And Dirty Soul Monkey, considering Rob is a taker, not a giver. You are a bad
that
friend,
is
Rob.
not true. That I can be a power top.
You are a bad friend, Rob, or take, but smiley face. And Stubble answered, Dieter is not protesting the bad friend comment. Well, Stubble, let me tell you, this nicely friendly banter here back and forth, this is the show friends part. But believe me, after the show, I have to go to the office to my manager, and then I will learn again. It's show business, not show friends.
And let's talk about Patrick and Mia for a minute. You know, let's talk about Patrick and Mia. I mean, if you want to know about show business, we got to talk about Mia driving a hard bargain. She's understood the ins and outs of, I don't know why, she was...
And Zimmer is the same as in Hans Zimmer, the
you know,
famous communist.
he reviews Hot Toys figures. It's in German, but he does a good job. But I noticed something in his last video.
Okay.
I
What did
noticed.
you notice?
I thought I recognized somebody in his last video.
Oh, you recognize somebody.
Yeah, like
with that fake mustache stuff.
that
With 50
Kaiser,
fake mustache.
the Kaiser mustache. I mean, can you? I don't know if you can illuminate or elucidate. Like, I don't know what happened, but I go to this Hot Toys review channel that I watch because I like the way that Patrick shoots Hot Toys and what he does, and then suddenly I'm watching some vignette with actors or an actor and an actress I might have recognized from previous things. And could you maybe tell us how did you drive a hard bargain? Did your agent get you good money for that?
I only got what did I get from Patrick? The nice pictures I got from him as remembrance of the shoot.
And you're kind of a sucker because not only do I have you buying me physical media and sending it to me for free, you get him Hot Toys figures. I mean, come on.
Not for free, Rob. Not for free.
Oh well, then I guess
I only get them Hot Toys because wife better don't know about it.
That's true. That's true. That's true.
You know that situation, Rob. You know that situation.
Yeah, I mean, half the time the Hot Toys figures. I mean, Elizabeth, I told her I'm getting Captain America, but the 8 other figures I had to sneak in.
So it's just one.
Yeah, but I mean, I will say this. I mean, to be honest, I've bought Elizabeth. By the way, Elizabeth had her birthday this week. Happy birthday to Elizabeth Gwendolyn Bell, the ace, the arbiter of cinematic excellence, and my enchantress of entertainment. We had a lovely steak dinner at Alexander's Steakhouse. It was really good. A very nice bottle of Burgundy, and it was nice. It was nice to go out with a lovely lady on the town, as it were. So
great.
Happy birthday, Elizabeth. Love you, babe.
And she got her vitamin mixer.
You know what? She asked me, here's the thing. Sometimes we got to romance this shit up in this house because I'm like, babe, what do you want? I did get her a Star-Lord, a Hot Toys Star-Lord Endgame figure, which, by the way, I bought from Toys Wonderland, and I paid it off over time. So I did that, as Justin would say, and she had that, but it's a little disappointing when a girl unboxes an action figure and she just puts the action figure up like this. No accessories, no action poses. No posing. And she's like, well, I was waiting for you to do it. And I'm like, but the taking out all the accessories, it's called. Anyway, back to you. I'm rambling.
Okay. Stubble McShave said to Emma Bannon,
by the way, Dean Mikitich, I buy her Hot Toys. Yeah. She doesn't buy Hot Toys. I buy her Hot Toys, just so you know. I got her the Dread Pirate Roberts figure. I got her Star-Lord. Come on. And she keeps absconding with my Game of Thrones figures.
Nice. Okay. So Stubble McShave said, Emma Bannon's so-called hostility towards myself is really a subconscious, deep, passionate love for him. It's obvious to everyone. I don't know about that, Stubble. Okay.
I think I think Stubble's onto something. I mean, clearly, the only person that would cast you as Robin is someone with a deep, abiding love for everyone's favorite German, you. And for somebody from the UK to admit their love of a Jerry like yourself is pretty amazing. So I think let's give it up for the lovely Emma Bannon. She clearly has a deep, abiding, smoldering love for you. And let's not forget that, Dieter. And you're a better man for it.
From Stubble's perspective, yes, she has.
Well, I think from Emma's perspective, too. And she wants to have a perspective that she hasn't had before, if you know what I'm saying.
She has the last word. We will get to that. Mala said, can they make movies fast enough for me? Mala, obviously they can, because Rob is always telling me, the physical media is dying, and I still buy, and I hope it will stop, and my wallet will be fine, but I still can't buy it.
By the way, can I just say, we're on fucking fire today. Our banter is, I mean, you couldn't script this geniusness.
Arn asked, Benny loves you. Looks like fun. Let us know what your rating is. Arn, I have watched Benny Loves You, and it was great.
You keep telling me that too.
Had a great time. It was so good from my perspective that I ordered it for Rob too. It was a nice movie with great laughs in it. Of course, it's cheesy, it's silly, it knows that, but it totally goes with it. So for me, a big recommendation, and my rating would be, where are my ratings? Worthy purchase at retail price. That would be Benny, the rating for Benny Loves You.
Wait, are you telling me the Schnäppchen Hunter failed? Did you fail when you picked up Benny Loves You?
Yeah, totally. And considering Benny, I only say one thing. Ta-da! And you will know what I mean, Rob, when you watch.
Wait, can you do that again? That was beautiful.
Ta-da!
Wow. You did that without a German accent. That was amazing.
Sometimes I get lucky, Rob. Sometimes I get lucky. So, Arn, great movie. Big recommendation for me. And I have to go back. Mr. Gonzal 09 said, no thanks. The last puppet movie I saw was the one with the masturbating puppet, so he has probably enough. No, Mr. Gonzal, I really can recommend this one to you. Benny Loves You, Rob. You will get it probably in about 2 weeks, should your media book arrive from Benny Loves You. So this was the question for Arden. Tim Hans said, you said, I have spoken without an accent, Rob. Only a little bit. Tim Hans said, Rob needs a little work on his Deutschland pronunciation. Well, Tim, let's check it. Rob, what was this German submarine movie called? Help me out.
Das Boot.
There you go, Tim Hans.
Come on, brother. What do you mean? Even your
your
mother loves it when I say Saarbrücken, Deutschland.
Yeah. So Tim, he knows Saarbrücken perfect, Deutschland perfect, Das Boot. What else do you need? Okay, he can come over. No question about that. And Mala said they must send all the stuff automatically to me. Unfortunately, Mala, I still have to put it in the shopping basket. And Brian Heppert said, I think of him, myself, more as the Bürgermeister, which is mayor, like your friend, Mike is. More the mayor, Meisterbürger of media. Then, great name, Zephyr Chen, the lovely Zephyr Chen, said...
Wait a minute, no. You can't say the lovely Zephyr Chan, because that's the lovely Emma Bannon. I think we have to come up, if we're going to talk about Zephyr Chan, she's a new favorite on the channel. Everyone loves Zephyr Chan, but we need, she demands our respect. She is the second doctor, the second PhD, the second Chinese female PhD that we have on this channel. We must come up with something that honors her. Can't be the lovely. I don't know what that is. So, and by the way, Zephyr Chan's a really cool name. Maybe that's a real, I don't even know.
Definitely.
I mean, it's like Willow Yang. By the way, for those of you who don't know, Willow Yang is not her real name. Just saying. And I don't think, I don't think if I were to ever meet Zephyr Chan in the flesh, I couldn't be like, hello, Zephyr. Like, she must have a real name.
Yeah.
What do you think we should call her? You know what? I throw that out to the Post-Geek singularity. If Emma Bannon is the lovely Emma Bannon, and is just because it's fun to say, Zephyr Chan's been streaming with us, and everyone likes her. What is her name? What are we going to call Zephyr Chan? What is she going to be? She can't be lovely, and she can't be Zephyr Chan. She has to be something else.
The beautiful something else?
No. I think that diminishes her. The fact that she's getting her PhD and she's studying Buddhism. We need to come up with something that honors her. And I don't know what that is.
Let's see if they come up in the live chat with an idea.
Yeah, you know what? All of you, this is what you're supposed to do. I think she's actually in the live chat right now. We have to come up with a name by the end of this show, which is going to be the longest show of Let's Get Physical Media ever, because we're still going and we've been on for 40 minutes and we have yet to show anything, which this is why I love this show. That's why people tune in for this raucous banter of ours.
And she said a nice information for me. The sequel to Wu Assassins have finished shooting in Thailand. This was the Netflix show, Wu Assassins, who obviously getting a second season. So she reminded me they are finished with shooting in Thailand. It's a good news for the fans of the show. And then Rob, this is a sad topic for you. I thought it would be a nice topic to talk about. Because asked, I love those figures, Toys Wonderland, if you buy them at Toys Wonderland. The lovely Emma Bennett said, look at that chair. Mr. Gonzal 09 said, wait, what? That's an action figure? Of course, they are talking about Tony Leung and the actress for, I know they got cancelled. But I had to laugh, Rob, because Mr. Gonzal 09 said, I would buy a hot toy of that chair.
Okay.
And
now I
Pod
just
Racing Palpatine said that man is blocking my view of the chair.
okay.
So they want the chair up. They want the chair. They want not. They
okay. Can we
will not
look?
Will not have Tony.
I don't understand. I don't understand. I don't know if you people know about the horrible tragedy that happened
has befallen
this week
on
to
you.
me. I mean, not to disrespect anyone who's lost their lives during COVID. Not to disrespect anyone, but what happened to me this week was particularly
soul crushing,
upsetting. Now, look, anyone who knows me knows that I have yellow fever. I love Asian girls. And I was looking forward to getting Tang Wei. I think that's how you pronounce the name. I was getting a 2-pack, a 1/6 scale 2-pack from Ong Lee's film Lust, Caution. That some crazy people, I was like, crazy people were making an action. I have to find this. As I'm looking through all of this, here it is, man. My man, these are 2/6 scale action figures. And of course, Zephyr Chan taught me that it's not Leung, it's Lung, Tony Lung. And she was like, why do you pronounce it with like 2 syllables? I'm like, I don't fucking know. I don't speak Chinese. But here is Tang Wei and Tony Lung. These were 2 action figures I had on pre-order for a year. A year I wanted these figures. My God. And I got a notice this week that they have been canceled, Dieter. They have been canceled. Look at that. Look. Well, they applied it to my butcher figure from The Boys that's going to be shipped soon. Haha. But still, look at these figures. They're like you get a hot Asian woman and you get the Chinese man that I want to be. Tony Leung. I mean, look at that suit. No one, if you've seen Wong Kar-wai's In the Mood for Love, you know that Tony Leung is not just the greatest wearer of linen suits of all time. He's, of course, Shang-Chi's father in Shang-Chi and the Legend of the Ten Rings. But you know what I'm not going to have?
Perhaps you will get a figure of him. Perhaps.
Well, yes, I would hope so, because life would not be complete. But I would much rather have him in a linen suit from the 30s. And by the way, if you have not seen Ong Lee's Lust, Caution, imagine the two of them. They get it on a lot in that movie. It's definitely NC-17. And my man, Tony Leung, I mean, people talk about in America, we don't sexualize Asian men. Let me tell you, I certainly do. And he can fuck like the best of them if you've seen Lust, Caution. Just saying. But you know what? I can't recreate those scenes because those action figures were canceled. And they refunded my pre-order. Thank you for nothing.
This year, we talked about the Snyder Cut, okay? And the lovely Emma Bennett knows what the Dieter Cut is. All the good stuff is cut out and replaced with more crap. That is my cut.
Wow, I thought she was going to make a circumcision joke, but apparently she didn't.
No. But Pod Racing Palpatine said, even Dieter's trash has limits. Considering we talked a little bit about Howard the Duck. And Tom Jr. Jackson said, "How dare you, Dieter? Howard the Duck is a cult classic, and it is not in its full form yet." And that is a part that I don't understand. What does he mean, Rob? It is not in its full form. Are there different versions of Howard?
I don't think so. I don't know.
So I don't know what he means, and it's not in its full form yet, But I got.
By the way, I just want to say that Willow Yang is also in the live chat. That means we have two beautiful Chinese PhDs who are members of the Post-Geek Singularity in this chat.
How awesome is this?
It's pretty awesome. That's why people... And by the way, Willow, as everyone knows, Willow Yang basically means willow. So she doesn't need... I mean, she has Willow Talk. She has a whole section on the website. But to have... I think... Like to have Zephyr Chan here, it's like when Green Arrow and Green Lantern teamed up and traveled across America in the 70s in the comics. Can you imagine having a Willow Yang, Zephyr Chan like show? They should have their own show. I mean,
Good
two
idea.
PhDs. One studying microbiology, the other studying Buddhism. I mean, my God, that's a show the world needs. By the way, ladies, just saying, the two of you...
Burnettwork can make it happen.
And by the way, you can probably both speak Mandarin or Cantonese and do the entire show just to like we could suck up the Chinese audience, and like somebody should get paid. Why not the Burnettwork? Come on, the Zephyr Chang Willow Yang show, or the Willow Yang Zephyr. I don't know how. Zephyr Chan Willow Yang. Come on, that's a show waiting to happen.
A great double team, definitely. So
hey now.
Brian Hepburn reminded Justin Toner, considering his African Kung Fu Nazi media book, what's the holdup?
Okay.
So Brian said, Justin Toner, it has to clear decontamination before he can send it to you. That's the holdup.
I actually have it. I have it. It's you know what? That's all on me. I'm actually looking at them right now.
So they are still there.
They're so as a matter of fact, I even know where they are. Elizabeth's like, he doesn't know where they are. No, I know where they are. I'm looking at them right now.
Tom Jr. Jackson said again, Dieter needs to leave the dumpster more so he knows these movies are coming out. I know, Tom, what is coming out. Let's face it, you didn't buy that far off from the dumpster 2 weeks ago, okay? Pod Racing Palpatine, Jupiter should have descended. And Victor Fontaine.
Wait a minute. Wait. Hang on. Hold up. I have to say, I'm a little tired of people dissing on Jupiter Ascending. I like that movie.
Yeah.
When I first saw that movie, my friend Mary Forrest took me and Charlie and a bunch of us to the Warner Brothers lot. We went to a private screening early on, and we saw it with the Wachowskis. So... I mean, maybe that's why I have great affection for it. I like Jupiter Ascending. I think that the future, the world it portrays, the alien civilization, I think it's really interesting. And if you think about it, it's kind of a Disney princess movie. And I think it's a lot better than people give it credit for. Okay. Watch it again.
So Victor Fontaine said Jupiter Ascending was bad. Rob must have been drunk or high. No, Victor, like he said... He was in that nice access.
Yes, I was at Warner Brothers seeing it with the directors. Thank you very much.
He probably got a nice backpack again, like with King of the Monsters. There was a poster in it, and probably some honey, from all that bee talk in Jupiter Ascending.
No, I got no swag. I got no swag. I did not. No swag. I just liked it. You know why? I mean, I can't believe, with all the shit that you buy, that somebody disses on me for loving Jupiter Ascending. I mean, for God's sake, anyone who builds a ship and puts it in, like, the eye of Jupiter, if I was 8 years old and saw that movie, it would have been the greatest thing I'd ever seen. Come on now.
But, Rob, you know that I have that movie.
Yeah, well, of course you do.
Just to use an excuse, okay? But... That was just what I was saying, Rob. And Paul in Long Beach said, Threats, the movie Threats, we talked about it, is a requirement to understand 80s nuclear weapons in culture. It makes the day after look like a Disney flick.
It really does.
Damn.
Especially the end of that movie.
Yeah. We don't have a nickname yet. Our Zephyr Chan said, "My liver's thanking me for not taking a swig every time Rob says To Live and Die in LA is coming out in 4K last week." So she survived without getting a hangover.
Well, okay. Now, to be fair, this is not Zephyr Chan. I've never met her. I don't know her in person, but she has told me she's 4'11". So the amount I drink would kill her.
Probably.
Kill her.
Pete then Cart asked, "Is that the director's cut?" Yes, the True Romance contains the director's cut of the movie. Paul in Long Beach answered to Stubble McShave, "Yeah, Rob announced the show before actually chatting with you. That's how we roll in Hollywood. Okay, Stubble, you're on the show talking about the Wheel of Time series in the future. Okay? And to close it all out..."
Okay.
Yeah, okay.
Hang on.
Yeah.
Can we... okay, you know what? I understand that trolling me is fun for people, and I really appreciate 200 Watt Studio and all the work 200 Watt Studio does, but this is beyond the fucking pale. Can I just say... He says, "Come on, Rob, admit it. To Live and Die in L.A. is not a good film. Friedkin made a mess of a film with a great car chase. Sorcerer, it isn't." God damn it, what the hell are you talking about? What? I was there opening night at the King Cinema across from the UA 150. It is a great film. The swagger. I mean, I will just watch William Peterson's character. And you, how dare you come on this show? How dare you and malign a film that I have 5 copies of from all over the world? A movie that is being... Kino Lorber's released like 4 Blu-ray discs in 4K, and they're putting out To Live and Die in LA. And you come on this show and you dare malign William Friedkin's 1985 masterpiece To Live and Die in LA. One of the most homoerotic films ever made. Billy is like, he's, working out. He made Boys in the Band and all that. But still, Wang Chung. Will Wang Chung tonight. You know why? Because you watched the greatness of To Live and Die in L.A. and they did the score. How dare you? 200 Watt Studio. I appreciate the super chat, but you should send me a lot more money to get yourself out of the doghouse with me, son. Actually, don't send me anything. You know what? Just buy the 4K disc and watch it again. That's what I ask of you. God damn it. How dare you?
Okay. To close
I know, I'm sorry. Okay, back to you, Dieter. Yeah. I just want to say that we're almost an hour into this show, and we have yet to talk about what we got this week.
I'm closing out the shenanigans in the live chat with the lovely Emma Bannon and her last words. "Dieter's package could be better." Well, Emma,
that's what she said.
Let's say in Metallica words, it's sad but true. Okay. So this
might be the funniest episode of this show we've ever done.
So, who starts, Rob? Let's get into physical media. Come.
Wait, hang on. We're an hour into this show. What's this show about?
Physical media. Now we're getting to it.
Okay, well, you know what?
Start.
I could start. Let me just start because I just want to say the lovely Emma Bannon one more time. How about I show one thing and then you start? So we'll,
Okay.
Thank you to, Emma Bannon is like, she's like Lady Penelope Crichton Ward from the Thunderbirds. That's what Emma Bannon's like. Emma Bannon got me the HMV exclusive of Almost Famous.
You have to rub it under my nose.
And that is, of course, the exclusive 4K disc. This is one of my top 10 favorite movies of all time. I have it now slip-cased. And also, we've talked a lot about how posters come in these discs. Like, and you wonder, like, what do you want these... But this disc came with this poster. The Almost Famous Tour from 73. I think I might actually... Stillwater. I might get this framed. Because I love this movie so much. And this came in... What? Go ahead. You want to
I have to intersect immediately. Because Michael Brown said in the live chat, I was trolling about to live and die in LA. Andrew Romans. I got free airtime for it. Rob, they are playing me. They are playing me, those people.
You know what? That just means they're smart. They play to our weaknesses. But I just want to say, if it wasn't for the lovely Emma Bannon, I wouldn't have Total Recall.
Yeah.
And I would not have the HMV like Godzilla 300. And now this. So not only is Emma Bannon lovely, not only is she and Dean Mikitich, not only do they pitch perhaps what could be the first Burnettwork documentary. I don't know what I would do without her, to be honest. I don't think my life would... I couldn't continue. Anyway, I will give the floor to you. Now that I've given the lovely Emma Bannon her due, it is time to see what the trash panda, the Kaiser of trash, whatever, or let's face it, look at how metal you used to be. Look at that. That was you, dude. That was you with that shirt, with the Kiss solo records. Look at how metal you were. Look at that guy. I mean, that guy, you were fucking metal. That is so metal. I mean, my God. Now, why don't you take us home, Dieter? What'd you buy this week? Come on.
To start off with something that is not that trashy, because you have those titles too, Rob. I've got my Dead and Buried.
Oh, I showed that last week. By the way, how great is that?
I haven't watched. I don't know about the transfer, Rob. And it doesn't come with another cover artwork. So the cover artwork is the same, but there are different versions of the cover itself to get. So I got my Dead and Buried that you showed last week. And like Europe, we talked a little bit about it, but I haven't watched. But I have Jacob's Wife 2. I got Jacob's Wife 2, but haven't watched it. So Jacob's Wife came in the mail, and considering it says here fresh on Rotten Tomatoes, another movie.
Barbara Crampton's been fresh for 30 years, just saying.
Another movie that's gotten certified fresh from Shudder that I bought is Anything for Jackson called. Riotously gory, a delightful, dark, and well-crafted satanic shocker, Rob. It's from Shudder.
Okay, no, I think we need to give a shout-out to Shudder. And as somebody who makes low-budget indie movies, like I do, Shudder makes sure that these films, like Jacob's Wife and like Anything for Jackson, they're coming out on physical media. And this is something good on you, Shudder. And all the executives, I don't know who makes these choices, but thank you for putting these films out on physical media and with special features. So thank you very much.
Let me just check, Rob. Unfortunately, I think Anything for Jackson doesn't come with special features.
Well, you know what? The fact that it came out at all is because you know what? That's not Shudder's fault that the people that made the film didn't make special features. You know who did make special features?
Yeah, you and me. 6 hours for that little movie.
Yes, and by the way, if you have not bought The Hills Run Red on Blu-ray, nominated for a Rondo Award. Okay, but also, you know what's going to have special features? Tango Shalom. Just saying.
Oh.
Anyway,
great.
Back to you, Dieter. Back to you.
Back to me and Cat in the Backdrop. A movie called Initiation from Lionsgate.
Nice.
Looks like a slasher. Don't know about it. But it comes with special features a little bit. So, Initiation. And let's stay with Lionsgate. I could have watched the movie on Amazon. Didn't get around to it. The reviews were not that great. But I love sci-fi. I don't know if Cliff has anything to do with the special features on this one. But it was price reduced, so I bought it. I bought the Voyagers, the 4K. What the hell, Rob? What the hell? What are you? Oh, you bought it.
Oh, wait.
Okay, a tie, Rob. A tie.
You know, I heard this movie. I wanted to see this film. I love the trailers. It's science fiction. I've never seen this. It didn't get great reviews, but the premise
and it is
of
on
it.
Amazon. It's on Amazon Prime, I believe.
I know, but you know what? Why watch it on Amazon Prime for free when you can spend money and have them ship it to you in a box?
Do you know if Cliff has anything to do with the special features? Because there are a lot of special features. Actually,
yes, that's one of the reasons I picked it up. I'm excited to see this movie, but we both had it. So, oh boy, I feel like you've stolen my thunder. But it's nice to know that even you, on the other side of the planet, I mean, at least if this film isn't
like
great,
we always said, Rob, a blind chicken sometimes finds a grain. Sometimes. Considering last week we talked about Threads, Rob, I bought it. And my friend Glenn in the comments said to me, get the British one with the new remaster and a widescreen version of the movie. So I bought it, but I haven't gotten around to watch it. So
it's good because if you'd gotten around to watching it, you would still be crying and you would say, "I can't do the show today, man. I can't do it." So yeah.
So this is the UK one, Threads. It comes with 2 discs. One has the 4:3 aspect ratio, and the other has a widescreen aspect ratio. Threads. But Glenn said to me, it has comes with heavy accents, so could be probably a little bit heavy for me to understand it. But I will see how it goes. Threads.
You know, because those Brits, they don't know how to speak English.
Okay, your words, not mine. The next one, Rob, a horror movie. It's just called The Dare. It is uncut, and the German one have always the
rating
on front, but this one has not a rating, Rob. So this would be the same if it were unrated or let's say NC-17. So this is actually not rated from the usual German MPAA. So it's gotten a little bit around it to be uncut. The Dare, but don't know. Looks a little bit like torture porn. Don't know about it. Cat in the Bag, The Dare, but it is uncut, Rob. Which is always, get me choosy to be.
I know you get all excited.
You have had your observations about the next one, considering payment, but I'm still a fan of the show, and since the first season I always wait until the Blu-ray comes out, and I'm now deep in it in the 10th season of The Walking Dead, which is a six disc set this time. And considering the show is a little bit under the radar at the moment, which is actually not that bad, considering when the show was at the height, you almost couldn't avoid around spoilers. But now, at the moment, you can go around spoilers and wait till it comes out on Blu-ray. But I know you want to say something. Come, say it.
Here's the thing. There's been a lot of controversy lately about super chats and tips and all this. I've realized that 200 Watt Studio has weaponized super chats. 200 Watt Studio says already he was maligning To Live and Die in LA. He continues. He doubles down, Dieter. He says...
Oh, so not like Michael Brown who said he was trolling? No, not that.
No, 200 Watt Studio says, I look forward to a few months from now when Dieter does his Trash Panda segment holding his To Live and Die in LA 4K set. Why you got to play me like that, man? Come on. Why you got to do that? Why you got to make me feel bad? There's so much pressure on me. I might just quit this show and just watch Dieter do it because I can't handle it. I've worked my entire life to get to this point. I mean, remember in 1985, this was me. This was me on the left. This was me, and I can't believe that I'm being trolled this way. Why do you have to You need to watch To Live and Die in L.A. again. All of you do. Just saying.
But
Okay,
wait
back to you.
Until it comes out in 4K. Wait till it comes out in 4K.
Back to you.
Back to me. Okay. Next one from the UK. Really was looking forward to it, but haven't got around to watch it. From Sammo Hung, Millionaires Express from Eureka.
Wow.
And it comes with a poster, with the new artwork
Wow.
in it.
That's cool.
It comes with, I believe, 2 or 3 cuts of the movie. You know, it's called Shanghai Express in some countries. And of course, Cynthia is in it. Cynthia Rothrock is in it. Okay. So this is the new artwork for it, Millionaires Express. And it comes with a booklet too, I believe. It's the inside of it. 2 discs with the different versions of the movie. I believe there's an export version, the Hong Kong version again, and a nice booklet from.
That's really cool. Who put that out?
Eureka in the UK.
Yeah, nice.
In the UK, one of Sammo Hung's mix Western with martial arts, everything combined with a lot of Hong Kong stars from that time. So, Millionaire Express. So, Rob, after Millionaire Express, I come to the last one. And, Rob, I was really excited to get this 2 times. One for me, one for you, because I know how big of a Scott Adkins fan you are. Bigger than even myself.
Well, you know, you've made me a Scott Adkins fan.
And Rob,
Scott Adkins fan.
I've got for us one of his best, The Avengement media book, which has the movie in 4K as a world premiere. Okay, this is yours, still sealed, still closed. And Rob, even it's a German release. The booklet in it is German and English.
No.
So both ways.
You don't say.
So Rob, you get the movie as a Blu-ray in 4K.
Wow, look at that. That's the same shot from Dusk Till Dawn that George Clooney shot.
Yeah. And you get a second movie, Rob, which I bought separately, seized. I showed this.
Wow.
And you get this movie too. So you get, once again, 2 movies with 1 media book. And the first part has
I'm very excited by that.
Everything in German. And the second part, the pictures are different, but the text is in English. And This is the world premiere of Avengement in 4K. I don't know if it's on any streaming service in 4K, Rob. Avengement. You will get it with the next package. Okay?
Very exciting. Very exciting.
Comes with two movies to get your Scott Adkins, library a little bit of an uptick. Okay.
Yeah.
This was my haul from this week. Not completely, but we will get to the other part later when we come to special editions. So your take, Rob. What did you?
Well, Dieter. This first of all, I have to say that there's a lot of things I can complain I didn't get. I have yet to get my 4K True Romance, but it's been shipped, and I have a big box set, the Daimajin trilogy, which I love, is coming from Arrow. Hopefully, I'll show it next week. But that said, I did get a combination of catalog titles and just some kind of weirdness. So, I got the director's cut of Guillermo del Toro's Mimic.
A director's?
The director's cut,
okay.
Yes. I didn't own this.
Was this never released before?
Honestly, it probably was. It probably was. I just didn't have it, and it was re-released this week, so I ordered it. I like Mimic.
Great.
It's not great, but it's pretty interesting. I know that Guillermo del Toro talks about... Wait, what? What's happening?
Where's my pen? I want to write it down. Mimic.
Oh.
Okay.
Mimic.
Make a mental note.
The director's cut. So that came out. Okay. God Bless Shout Factory, Scream Factory, The Dead Zone. David Cronenberg's The Dead Zone, one of my favorite Stephen King adaptations, even though it leaves half the book out. I love this movie. It's great. Look at that artwork. Oh, my God. So this came out this week, and I'm very excited to have it. I haven't cracked it open. I haven't delved into it. But The Dead Zone, fantastic. And you know what? I didn't own this on Blu-ray. I realized, did this come out? I don't know if it ever did. Is this the first? I don't know. Is this the first release of The Dead Zone?
And it's getting great reviews considering the audio-video quality.
Yeah. I mean, this film, I can't wait to delve into that. Now, everyone who knows me knows I love Graham Masterton's 1977 thriller horror shocker, The Manitou. But before he made The Manitou, he made this. Day of the Animals. This is a low-budget animals attack, nature strikes back. I never thought I'd ever see the likes of this on Blu-ray, but here it is. Here it is, Dieter.
What company was it, Rob? What company?
It's Severin. Severin. It's Severin put this out. Day of the Animals. And by the way, William Girdler, he made Grizzly. He made The Manitou. He actually was scouting for a new film in a helicopter, and the helicopter crashed, and he died.
Oh.
I don't mean to make anyone sad, but I'm just saying his life was cut short. But I can't believe this is on Blu-ray. My God, Day of the Animals. Had to pick this up. And apparently, because I'm an old man with one foot in the grave, I'm buying movies from the 70s and the 80s. Of course, I had to get this, the 4K version of Smokey and the Bandit. I love this movie. Basically, it's all about Burt Reynolds getting hot for Sally Field, and he was like, maybe we should make a movie together. And I love this movie, Eastbound and Down. I love this film. It's great to have it on 4K. When I was a kid, I thought the Bandit's Trans Am, his black Trans Am, was the coolest car ever, and it was. But I can't believe Universal put this out in 4K. So now I have that, Smokey and the Bandit in 4K. Right. And by the way, I don't know how this even happened. It finally showed up just randomly. My Godzilla vs. King Kong, a movie I didn't like, in 3D.
Great.
So that came out, good for me. Hey. And then after the lovely Emma Bannon got me Almost Famous, I had forgotten that I ordered the Steelbook. I completely...
You have that rub it under my nose that you have the Steelbook already.
Oh, wait.
Wasn't it delayed from Amazon? Where is my shipping notice, Rob? Where is my shipping notice?
Oh, my God. Feel that. Feel the metal. Yes, I have an Almost Famous Steelbook. That makes me cooler than you. So I'm just saying, you don't have yours, I have mine. So there you go.
That's what you get when you have access.
And by the way, Elizabeth...
Yeah.
Hold your tongue. I'm just saying, Elizabeth, hold your tongue. Quiet Place 2.
Oh, great.
On 4K. Yes.
Awesome. Have you seen it, Rob? Quiet Place 2?
Sure. Absolutely. Love it.
Have you seen the movie?
Yeah, absolutely I have. Sure.
Okay.
Elizabeth. Now. Just saying. And then Brotherhood, here comes my a disappointment for me.
Rob, I had canceled it. I canceled the pre-order.
Okay, I have the 3-disc international set of Brotherhood of the Wolf. I love this movie. Yeah. I do. And I think in terms of disappointments, I was really looking forward to seeing them go into the negative, clean it up, give us something amazing, because this movie deserves it.
Definitely.
Now, it's a different company. When Universal released William Friedkin's, who, by the way, directed, say it with me now, To Live and Die in L.A., they released The Guardian. I think actually Scream Factory did. Did anyone go in and give that negative some love? No. They didn't give that negative a reach around. They did nothing. They didn't do it with this either. This film deserves to somebody get the negative, clean it, put it out in 4K. I understand why they released this, the director's cut, but you know what? It's barely a step up from the DVD.
And the subtitles are botched too.
And the subtitles suck. What's up with that? I don't know.
I had it on pre-order, but I read the review. Cancelled. Sorry.
Very disappointed in this release. Very.
I understand.
What am I going to do with it? I don't know. And then, of course, something that I you know what? Zavi did a great release of this. I love this movie. Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory in 4K. I love this film. You know what this movie is all about? Pure imagination. That's what it's about. I love this movie. It came out in 4K. I didn't get in on the Zavi box set with the golden tickets and all that, but I love this film. It's great. And so, and by the way, it's beautiful. Beautiful.
Yeah, it's gotten great reviews.
And now maybe my favorite release of the week that nobody aside from me will care about. And this movie, by the way, is bad. It's a bad movie. But I have an affinity for 50s science fiction. And this is a very weird company, but they released Flight to Mars. This movie is not good. However, as far as 50s sci-fi goes, I mean, if you like 50s science fiction movies, which I do, how could you not own this? The fact that they put this out on Blu-ray, fan-fucking-tastic. Great package, lots of special features. I mean, and can we just talk about the company that released this is called, you can see it, The Film Detective.
Oh, okay.
I think this was started by some dude in his garage who loved this movie, and he started a company to release one movie. That's the raison d'etre of this company. And by the way, look, The Film Detective, if you're watching this and you want to come on the show, please do. I will promote the shit out of this release because you did a phenomenal job. There's a booklet. You put it in a black case, which is awesome. Thank you for releasing this awesome slice of bad 50s sci-fi, but charming nonetheless. So I thank you for that. And that is the end of what I got this week. I'm still waiting for packages to arrive. But there you go. Not a bad week for me.
No, definitely. Really, really nice haul. Really nice.
I thought so.
Yeah. I have a letter, Rob. I have a letter.
No. Let me guess.
Yeah.
Can I guess who sent it to us?
You got only one chance, Rob.
Hang on.
Get it right.
Let me guess. Omar 94 sent us a letter.
Spot on. And he writes to us, "Hi Rob and guten Abend Dieter. Rob used to work making DVDs, so we will know why this
What do you mean
is."
used to? Did you know? Wait, hang on. Did you know that The Hills Run Red? I guess it's a Blu-ray, so technically I used to work on DVDs, but The Hills Run Red was nominated for a Rondo Award for Best Special Features, but it was up against things like Dawn of the Dead, so even I would say, let me just toot my own horn, Dave Parker and our work during the pandemic was nominated for a Rondo Award because we are fucking masters of DVD or Blu-ray or 4K documentaries. Just saying.
Okay. Rob used to work making DVDs, so we will know why this is, and Dieter does not live in the US, so it might be different.
You live in our hearts, though. We in the US, you live in our hearts.
I haven't bought any physical media in almost 10 years. However, I do remember the specific days when it would come out. Movies typically come out in theaters on Friday, though it's now Thursday. Comic books come out on Wednesday, and from what I remember almost 10 years ago, video games and DVDs always came out on Tuesday. Rob, you used to work making DVDs, so you probably know why it was Tuesday specifically, as opposed to something like Friday when movies come out in theaters. Dieter, I don't know if it's the same in Germany as it is for the US, where DVDs come out on Tuesday, but I would be interested in knowing if it's on a different day for you. Also, since I haven't bought any physical media in almost 10 years, I don't know if it's still on Tuesdays for release dates, or maybe it has now changed, so you guys would know the answer to that. Thanks, live long and prosper. So, considering release here in Germany, there's not a specific week, day. Normally, I would say Friday, Thursday, but there's really not a specific day when they will come out. So there can be coming out Monday, Tuesday, normally Friday, but they're all over the place considering the release date. And what I gather in America, it's still Tuesday, Rob. It's the big day for the releases.
Yes.
Oh?
That is correct. I mean, I don't know why that day was picked. I mean, I would just say that, Monday is the beginning of the week. Tuesday is, that's something I have to say that to me, we used to have a great Virgin Megastore in LA, and if there's something really cool coming out, they would put it on the shelves at midnight on Monday night. And it was a big deal. Like, people would go. There's a great Rock and Roll Sushi is there. The Virgin Megastore is gone. But I would go there on Monday nights if something really big was coming out. And they would leave the store open until like 12:30. And you could shop. And I met like Ben Stiller in Virgin Megastore after midnight when he was married to Christine. And I don't know why it was Tuesday. I think because Monday's earlier in the week. But Tuesday is early enough in the week that you can still get some excitement. There's Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Friday, people want to go home. But Tuesday is like, what's happening on Wednesday? They put stuff out Monday night at midnight or whatever. And I think that Tuesday is, I don't know why that is true. But yes, I mean, on Tuesday, you get boxes from Amazon. If you order stuff, Tuesday is a great day. A great day, comrades. We sail into history. You know what's not great? By the way, Emma Bannon, the lovely Emma Bannon, sends in a super chat and says,
"Yeah,
Rob, is To Live and Die in LA coming out in 4K?"
Yes, it is. It is.
Yes, Emma. And by the way, there's probably a different version of it coming out in the UK, so you, my dear, are on notice. But Tuesdays, there's a movie called Tuesdays with Morrie or something. So Tuesdays are a good day. Why not? Why not put movies out? But I don't know why they did that. I don't know why. And it's kind of uniform. Books, music. I mean, music has now been moved to like Friday. But Tuesdays are a good day. But I don't know why. I don't know what the reasoning behind that was.
Okay.
There is I've just been reading super chats and tips that have been going after me.
Continue.
There's a few says, I love the banter on this show.
Thanks,
Terrier says, can we beat 200-watt studio up in the parking lot? No one is allowed to badmouth To Live and Die in L.A. They die in L.A. or wherever they live. Look, this is why I love my Norwegians. I love my Germans, but I also love my Norwegians. And by the way, if you want to go back to the international audience for this show, Terrier actually came to London in 2012 when I went to see Skyfall. So Terrier, when I talk about foundational members of the Post-Geek Singularity, Terrier he got there way before you did. Just so y'all know. That's why Norway will forever be in my heart. Willow Yang. The lovely Willow Yang. Just like, no, we got to come up with it. Willow. Willow Yang says, so, Rob, what are the 8 toys that Elizabeth is talking about in the chat? Also, happy belated birthday to Elizabeth. Gosh, I don't know what toys she's talking about. I would assume they are the action figures that she has on her desk that she's kind of... I've only given her 2 action figures officially, but she has many. She keeps taking them. and putting them there. She's like, "Oh, I have to make the next Doll Quest episode, so can I borrow this and borrow that?" "Sure, babe, what's up?" And then I never see them again, except I do because I walk by there in her office. You know, what can I say? Mike Mexican Iron Man says, "I absolutely love it when Rob gets like this. This is so freaking awesome. Go, Rob, go. P.S. Hail the peeps in the chat and the amazing wrenches. Fire." Well, Mike Mexican Iron Man, thank you for that. You are a tremendous dude, and I thank you for your support. And by the way, I'm always on fire. Sometimes I'm hotter than other times, but still. Justin Toner says, "Hi, Rob and Dieter. I finally got Ron." Oh, wait. Hang on. Wait,
Okay.
where is it? Here it is.
Do you still have it?
Ron, this is from last week. I finally got Ron in 4K. By the way, it is a new transfer, and while not perfect, it looks better than it's ever looked on home video before. I got Ron in 4K from the UK via Zavvi this week. It looks amazing. Vinegar Syndrome announced their August releases, including Terminal Island in 4K. My God, I never thought that would ever come out in 4K. Second Sight said they decided to release Martin in 4K. Knew you would love that. I love George Romero's Martin, the movie he made before. It's a great vampire movie before he made Dawn of the Dead. I did not hear the news that they decided to release it in 4K, but oh my God. Wow. That's fantastic. The official cheesemonger of the Burnettwork, Mr. Kaz Graphics. By the way, we've never met. I've never met Kaz Graphics, but like he posts pictures on social media. That guy is one cool cat. Like he wears berets, and I want to just hang out with that guy just to sit with him and be seen with him, because every picture he posts, he's like the coolest looking dude ever. But he says, "I just found a Blu-ray of Roger Avery's Killing Zoe at Target," or Zoe. "Do any of you guys have it? And if so, is it good?" I actually really liked Killing Zoe or Killing Zoe. That Roger Avery, who co-wrote Pulp Fiction with Quentin Tarantino, made that film. I like that movie. Have you seen Killing Zoe?
I have, but it's long in the past.
Long,
I've seen it.
long
but I
time
think
ago.
you asked about the Blu-ray itself. I don't know about the.
Yeah, you know what? I don't own that. I don't own it. But you know what? If you found it at Target and you bought it, good on you. I'm sure it probably looks good. You know? One of my first import discs I ever bought was his movie, The Rules of Attraction, based on Bret Easton Ellis's novel. So that's good. A Stubble McShave says,
Stubble.
"Rob, you're not allowed to sleep anymore. Only bad news drops when you sleep." Alex Kurtzman.
We'll get into that later.
Okay, let me just talk about. Actually, I can't. I have to get off the show and collect my thoughts. Robservations today will be about this very subject.
This topic. Yeah.
CBS gave Alex Kurtzman a 5-year extension on his contract to make shows for them after making The Mummy, the last 5 years of Star Trek, and Eau Clarice. My God, like, what do we need to know? Like, Alex Kurtzman, really? Like, really? Wow. What are you, special needs? I don't know. I know it's terrible, terrible, terrible. Adam Steins says, "Yo, Dieter rocks." Dieter, you fucking rock, man. Fuck yeah. Dieter rocks. So, question. I imagine you guys collect film scores. So, what score or composer is your favorite? RoboCop, Basil Polidorus, I assume is yours. That's what he says. He puts that up. Now, I'm like, that's tough. I mean, I have hundreds of film scores on CD. Do you? Do you collect film scores, Dieter?
I bought scores back in the day on vinyl, but I'm not collecting scores itself anymore. And to pick one, composer. Okay, I will pick one because I've seen him live in concert. I pick James Newton Howard, who did the Hunger Games score. I pick him.
Wow. You know what I love about you is that
Out of the box thinking, Rob. Out of the box.
Well, I love the fact that you've managed on this show to couch your love of the Hunger Games, the whole franchise,
In it, Rob. Okay.
as something like you love the dystopian vision of the future and all that. When really you just have a Jennifer Lawrence fetish, but you've managed to somehow move away from that, and you love the film,
It's
the
in
art.
disguise, Rob. It's in disguise.
Okay, I'm just saying you've done a great job of that.
So James Newton Howard.
Okay, you know what? I could never begin to. I don't have a favorite film score. I've got many. I mean, of course, I started collecting film scores as many people did because of Star Wars. I was 10, bought that record. It was amazing. But then I found like Jerry Goldsmith and Tangerine Dream, and later James Newton Howard, who's in Hans Zimmer. The first Hans Zimmer score, and I own it, that I heard was a film called Paper House that Bernard Rose directed. I love that score, and that was like 88. So I've been listening to Hans Zimmer for a long time. But I Basil Polidorus, if I'd have to go with his Conan score. If you ask me about Basil Polidorus, I think the Conan score, that theme, one of the great themes of all time.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
I would say that back in the day, I bought soundtracks just Rob because you couldn't buy the movies.
Right.
Soundtracks was the closest thing you can buy. Listen
Yes,
to the
sir.
soundtracks.
Yes, sir.
Go into the movies. Already know the themes of the movies from hearing the soundtracks, because you couldn't buy movies. Okay? Back in the day.
Yeah.
The soundtracks was for me the closest thing to having the movie.
100%, absolutely. Says, I'm glad you got The Walking Dead. It's worth it.
Thank you.
I love that show.
Me too. Me too.
I love but and I'm glad I didn't know she liked The Walking Dead. So that's good. Terrier says Arrow
Right.
sent me 2 copies of Aniara by mistake. They told me I can keep it.
Nice.
I want to pay it forward to anyone, region B or region free. Tell me who wrote the poem the movie is based on, and it's yours. Because Aniara is based on an epic poem. That's true. There's been other versions of Aniara, unlike the movie. So there you go. Terrier is putting that out to the chat. I don't know. I mean, I don't know who's going to win that.
What's about those depressing movies today?
Okay, you know what? Here's what Aniara. I mean, if you haven't seen, it's one of my favorite science fiction films ever. I watched it with Elizabeth, and I when I realized what was going on, and she didn't quite, stellar dynamics. It took her a while to figure out what was happening, but man, I was cringing at one point. I'm like, oh my god, I love that movie. And it is one of the most depressing but most beautiful films I've ever seen. And I do love the ending. You have to love a movie that's like cut to 5,000 years later. And it's strangely beautiful. Kind of like Martyrs. As a matter of fact, if you want to have a great double bill, watch Martyrs and Aniara. Watch them together. Or it's Anara. I guess it's Anara. It's called Anara. I say Annie because I see Annie. Anara and Martyrs, there's the feel-good double bill of 2020. If COVID has you down, watch Anara and then watch Martyrs. Or watch Martyrs and watch Anara. That's my recommendation. Jaimin D says, hello again, our dynamic duo. Of course, me being Batman and you being Robin.
Yeah, the sidekick.
I was wondering, in your mind, what has been some of the best 4K transfers of 80s movies? That's a good question. I have an answer for that.
Blade Runner.
There are 2, Blade Runner and Die Hard. Those, I think, are the 2 best 4K transfers of 80s films. Die Hard always look. The day I bought the Laserdisc in '88. It's always looked like shit until the Blu-ray came out. Die Hard and Blade Runner, and now there's been a lot of stuff that's been released, but those two films in particular, because visually they're both stunning movies. People forget Jan de Bont's photography in Die Hard is really amazing, and they both look great. So I would say, Jaimin D, go get those.
Good choices.
Go get
Good
those.
choice from the 80s.
He continues on. By the way, thank you for supporting the channel in this way. Also, does any one of you know if there's a Blu-ray of The Young Ones from 1961 and Summer Holiday with Cliff Richards? My dad is in India and a big fan of yours. This question is from him. You have become famous back home, sir. My God, the fact that Dieter and I go all the way to India. And by the way, can we just talk about India? Like, I've never been there. I want to go there. I want to see where they shoot Bollywood movies. You know, I've wanted to go to India all the way back to 1983 when I saw Octopussy. Actually, that's not. I saw the Apu trilogy. Younger, you know, the Sachi Ray films. But anyway, do you have an answer?
Unfortunately, I can't answer the question, Rob, considering these two movies.
Well, The Young Ones, I don't think it's on Blu-ray, and Summer Holiday with Cliff Richards, I don't know. Hang on, let me consult the internet. Do you know those movies?
No, unfortunately, not.
Well, yeah, I don't think they have come out. I don't think so. I mean, The Young Ones is the TV series or the movie. Like, you know, there is The Young Ones, the British show, that like the punk rock series. I don't know. I'm looking up. Let's see. No, I don't think it's out there. And then there's The Young Ones with Cliff Richard. By the way, there is a YouTube video. The lyrics: The Young Ones, darling, we're the young ones, and young ones shouldn't be afraid to live, love, while the flame is strong, 'cause we may not be the young ones very long. I don't think this is on Blu-ray, but my God, I will put this in the chat so you can see this video. So I would say no. So I hate to let anyone in India down.
Be of any assistance.
Yeah, I don't. So here you go. Here's the video of... Oh, or wait. I thought it was, but apparently not. Hang on. Here you go. There's the Cliff Richards, The Young One. So, Jaimin, tell your dad hello for us. And it's amazing to me we have fans in India. So we're done with the Super Chats.
Unbelievable.
So, yes. And by the way, I don't have a special edition. I realized I completely forgot it. Well, although...
Wait, okay.
I do have The Keep on Laserdisc.
Nice.
Michael Mann's The Keep, letterboxed, all versions of The Keep. And if you know the lovely Emma Bannon, she might have picked up the soundtrack of The Keep on vinyl for me and a few of my friends. Just saying. But this is Michael Mann's The Keep. It is letterboxed. It's still on Laserdisc, but here it is. I, of course, got it in one of my vinyl sleeves, as you do.
Covers the whole world, Rob.
I don't know what to say. So that's, I mean, it's not really a special edition. It's just the release, but it's very rare because this movie does not exactly have a big profile on physical media.
Okay.
Do you have special editions this week, Dieter?
Yeah, but Rob, the kids these days like to do unboxing videos, and I don't know if these two special editions are worth the title of being special editions.
Wow, are you gonna you're gonna unbox on this show?
We're doing an unboxing, and I hope I'm not too clumsy for it, and see what's in it, and if it's worth calling special editions, and if the edition survived and are not damaged in any way.
Well, this is I'm excited. Well, look at I this is amazing.
Let's see what I've gotten yesterday from the post office.
By the way, as you open this, 200 Watt Studios says I forgot to read one of his super chats. Wait, here we go. And 200 Watt Studios says He says, oh no, wait, I got that one. Wait, stop for a second. Say, I have to read this.
Yeah.
I don't. Oh, 200 Watt Studio says, hang on, let me put my face on camera. 200 Watt Studio says, sorry Rob, you're right. Wang Chung is the other good thing about To Live and Die in LA. You know what? I thought we were friends, 200 Watt Studio. I don't know why you seem to delight in going after which is one of the great 1985's great releases, great gifts to the world. Why do you do this to me, son? Why? Why, Damie? Why you leave me this way? There you go. There's my Exorcist impression for you. You, my friend. Maybe you're not my friend. I don't know. But okay, 200 Watt Studio. Now I'm going to go back to Dieter, because by God, far be it for me
The
to...
tension is rising up. Okay. The first one, there are two in it.
I don't see light. I don't see like light being emitted from the box, like in Pulp Fiction.
Yeah. It's not the Ark of the Covenant. So the first one was a movie I first stumbled across from a review of Chris Stuckman. And the movie was out in Germany on Blu-ray. I bought a German Blu-ray. And now it has come out as a special edition from your favorite company, Rob, Second Sight. And the movie is called Lake Mungo.
Oh, I can't wait to get that.
Second Sight. So let's open it up. I hope I don't ruin it and see if it's...
I have not seen this movie, but the people that love it.
It's a found footage. It's a part found footage, part documentary. And I remember the review from Chris that he said he tried to reach out to the director. He wanted to know more about the movie, but couldn't find out anything. And the German Blu-ray was just the movie. Look, wait, put the box aside.
Wow, that looks like a really great box.
So, let's see. We have the slip, which I will probably, once again, cut the edges off to put it in the box. So this is the whole box.
Look at that. That's
Lake
really
Mungo,
nice.
Which looks great.
Second Sight rules, man. I love those guys. Or girls if you work there too.
So, normal standard Blu-ray in it. Then we have a huge booklet. Looks like a huge booklet.
Yeah, look at how that is a huge booklet.
So I hope Chris Stuckman got this edition too. So finally he gets to know more about the movie, and it comes probably, I think, with lobby cards, Rob. With not lobby cards but artworks. So the cover artwork.
Wow.
Let's see what. So it's more of the this way. This way. So the movie is about a disappearance from a girl and what has happened to her. It's a little bit found footage, a little bit documentary style, and it has really nice creepy moments. And it's great that the movie finally came out in such a nice special edition. But I don't know anything about the transfer, and you shouldn't be expecting too much, because considering how the movie was
Right,
cut
sure.
and all the stuff that with video stuff in it. So this was one special edition, Lake Mungo. Okay, put it aside here. But there's a second one in it. So this was my first order from Second Sight themselves. And the second one I got is Babadook.
Oh, yeah, brah. Come on, dude. I mean, you got to get that shit.
So this is the...
And that's in 4K.
Yes, correct, Rob. Yes, correct. Let me see where I can put scissors in best. So we got a little live unboxing. So these are my two special editions for this week. And let's see if Babadook justifies be called a special edition too, but since it's from second side, I would say chances are pretty good. So you've got
You didn't get Raw? Come on, man.
what movie?
The movie Raw, the French cannibal movie. I mean, the woman who directed that won the Palme d'Or.
I have shown this, Rob. I believe 1 or 2 months ago.
Oh, well, what do I know?
Yeah,
Come on
yeah,
now.
yeah, Rob. Yeah, come on. Oh, Rob, this is a huge.
You expect me to
for the
pay
public.
attention on this show? Come on.
Of course, considering all the treasure by Rob, you can't remember any, not all. But this is a huge book.
Wow, that's
Probably
really cool.
How many pages? Rob, is 144 pages. Rob, book
Wow.
is in it, and then we have here. Oh, nice diggy. Oh, nice. So you have the Blu-ray and the 4K. Babadook comes with.
That's
this,
very cool.
in this digipack, and we have nice cards too. See, there are more cards than Lake Mungo.
All right. Very nice. Are those
And,
heavy gauge paper?
The Nightingale is the newest movie, I believe, from
Yep,
Jennifer Kent.
Yes. And which also Second Sight released, if I
Yeah.
remember correctly.
The Babadook.
Babadook. Yes. That's cool.
Okay, Rob. Those are my 2 special editions from Second Sight.
Well, I love Second Sight.
Live unboxing, Rob.
I don't know. We've never had that on this show. I don't know how Second Sight was able to get Dawn of the Dead, but my God, they did a phenomenal job. I love Second Sight special editions. I can't, their catalog is not extensive, but the care and the love that they bring to each release is worth applauding. And I'm one of these people that I think anything. The first Second Sight disc I ever bought was their Betty Blue release back in, I want to say 2013, where they actually released the theatrical cut and the extended director's cut. And the only way to get, first of all, never watched the theatrical cut of Betty Blue. And Criterion released it, but it hadn't come out before. And they did. That was my first Second Sight disc, and it was really good. And I love their releases, and I love they do such a great job. And their Dawn of the Dead release, the way it was packaged, everything about it was so first rate, and I will love them forever. So if you like physical media, buy anything that Second Sight puts out.
And I believe at the moment, but I could be wrong, it's the only 4K of Babadook.
Yes, it is.
Yeah. Okay. So those are my 2 special editions, Rob. From Second Sight. This was my first order from Second Sight directly. Nicely packaged. No problem with that. Unlike with Amazon. And everything is in order. Just as it should be. No damage. Great.
It's true. It is. Well, does that I mean, this might be the longest version of this show we've ever done. We're over 2 hours now.
Oh.
But
okay.
I think wildly entertaining. We're like Bob Hope and Bing Crosby. We should take this show on the road, travel around the world. Rob and Dieter see the world. People would watch that shit, dude. Come on. And if we did it on motorcycles, people would watch it even more.
I don't know. I can't drive motorcycles.
I can't either, but that'd be part of the show. We learn to drive motorcycles.
Okay.
We train and
we take Ewan McGregor
Charlie Borman and Ewan McGregor. We take a cue from what they did, and we'll just travel around the world. It'll be great. We'll take long detours into countries that don't want us. It'll be fun. We'll get arrested as spies and thrown into like gulags. It'll be great. But then, of course, there'll be.
I don't know if that's a great idea. Put in a gulag.
Could be. I mean, Jordan Peterson would have some, the Gulag Archipelago, and we could be like, "Oh, I get it now, Jordan. I get it." I know people are like, what? But I think, Dieter, that this was an outstanding episode, if we do say so ourselves, of Let's Get Physical Media. Did you have fun today?
Totally. The only thing I forgot to mention just a little bit what I did or watch this week. I watched Rurouni Kenshin, the last one, which came out on Friday, the beginning. So this is just a special edition that I thought would show these are the first 3 movies of the series. So I still hope, even if they are on Netflix, that they will come out on Blu-ray, right? Because considering a franchise, no matter what franchise I would take, if you take 5 movies from any franchise, there's always one that's a little bit wonky, a little bit off. But considering the Rurouni Kenshin films, I don't think there's any bad one in it.
Yeah.
All those 5 ones. And I hope they will put out the beginning and the final out on Blu-ray too. This is what I watched. And the other thing I started, Rob, I talked about a little bit, not could be driving motorcycles, but I took my first flying lessons, Rob, with the flight simulator that has come out for the Xbox.
Wait a minute, you're going to learn to fly for real?
No, just on the Xbox.
Oh, okay. Well, that's all right.
I took my first flying lesson, took a little bit, the Cessna a little bit around the Statue of Liberty yesterday, So I took a little bit of flying lessons on my Xbox this week. Rob, I don't have a PS5. Don't push that wound again. Don't open that wound again. It has closed.
You know what I got this week? I got a camera for my PS5, and I got a second controller, a red controller. And,
Nice.
So Elizabeth and I can, play in bed.
With the controllers.
With the controllers. And I even got a charging station for them. So there you go. Emma Bannon.
The whole shebang.
The lovely Emma Bannon points out that she did get 3 versions of the Keep soundtrack on vinyl for me and 2 of my friends. One of them is Charlie de Lazarica. And that's very exciting. Whenever Emma Bannon speaks, I get excited. I don't know what that means, but, who's to say? A 200-watt studio.
Is it back again? Okay.
Yeah. And he says,
Rob.
I have 2 copies of To Live and Die in L.A. I don't believe you. Pictures or it didn't happen.
Rob,
I want you to post them all over social media. I don't believe you. You've trolled me all day, 200-watt studio.
After the shenanigans Michael Brown did in the live chat, I probably can't believe anything I read anymore.
You know what? There's a reason why we're all imagination connoisseurs, because we just make shit up in our imaginations. What can I say?
Brian Hebbert said the flight simulator on the Xbox is awesome. Yes, Brian, it is. Even if I haven't delved that deep into it.
Pete Den Cat says, I've got 3 controllers, a charging station, and a camera, and yet no PlayStation 5. You want to hear something funny? Our house, where I live with the ladies, we actually have 2 PlayStation 5s in this house. 2.
Media
2.
Access people.
Sophie Bell has one in her room, and if you travel to the other end of the house, Elizabeth and I have a PlayStation 5 in our bedroom. Just saying. That's how cool we are.
Yeah.
So I think a Willow Yang's like, it's getting kinky. Let me just tell you, it's always kinky in this we're always kinky in this hizzle. We got action figures. We're constantly posing our figures, if you know what I'm saying.
And it's time to close our show because Rob is getting hot and heated to do observation with that kind of topic he has lined up for you people.
The hostage crisis has just been extended another 5 years. Will this
the title be of observation? The hostage crisis is continuing.
Yes.
Would be good title.
The Star Trek hostage crisis continues. You know what? There's no one who has failed upwards more spectacularly in Hollywood than Alex Kurtzman. He killed the Dark Universe at Universal by directing The Mummy. He has destroyed Star Trek with all of the things that he's produced. I mean, he wrote Star Trek and Star Trek Into Darkness. Star Trek Into Darkness, one of the most dunder-headed science fiction films, not just Star Trek movies, but dunder-headed science fiction films ever made. And he continues to fail upwards spectacularly. And by the way, maybe...
So keep it together for later. Keep it
maybe
for later.
I'm just going to say that, you know what? Good on him. Because he just got paid for 5 more years, which means there's 5 more years of me to bitch on YouTube. And we all know that getting clicks, usually I try and be positive. The one thing that I'm negative about is Star Trek. So thank you, Alex Kurtzman. You've given me 5 more years on social media where I can get angry. I can Hulk out about modern Star Trek because I have never seen a collective between movies and television. Nothing is more dumb than the Star Trek that Alex Kurtzman has produced over the last 12 years. So wait, you get to do it for 5 more years. And you know what? That pretty much sums up America for me. The fact that he had his contract extended for another 5 years, that nothing else sums up the state of the United States more than Alex Kurtzman getting another 5-year deal at CBS for making Clarice and Star Trek Discovery and Picard. Really? Really? Wow. I love America because that means anyone can succeed. Oh, wait. That's just a preview of today's Robservations.
And we have 2 more super chats, Rob.
Stubble McShave says Kurtzman is not goof people. Yes, sir. By the way, Tom Jr. Jackson, his typo has become my favorite thing of the week. We are all goof people. Buy your shirts. Get the merch in our merchandise store, which you can. A 200-watt studio sends in a super chat and says, my ex had charging stations in our bedroom. Well, I mean, if she did, whatever she was charging there, the point was to use them effectively. I can just say I understand that because if she had charging stations in your bedroom, yeah, that doesn't bode well. And you know what? Congratulations, 200-watt studio, because she's gone and now you control me live on my show. So that's good. I appreciate that. Yeah.
Okay. On that note,
oh, do we have to say goodbye now? We've had so much fun on this show.
We are through with physical media, and I think you're getting hot and bothered.
I am. I'm upset. I'm upset. But you know, yes, and I'm going to talk about it on Robservations today. The first Robservations. Can you believe it's August 1st today?
Unbelievable. So
Unbelievable.
Yes, almost passed us by already.
Amazing.
But there are still cool stuff coming out. Dune is coming out, you know. And Suicide Squad this week. Of course.
Are you excited?
Yeah, totally.
I can't wait. Can't wait.
Yeah.
Do you have tickets already?
Rob, I will probably be waking up after my night shift on Friday morning. We'll do a little breakfast and push the streaming button for HBO Max. A little breakfast matinee with the Suicide Squad.
With the Delta variant spreading, and LA was doing so well. Now we're not.
Okay.
Like I'm an old man with one foot in the grave. I don't need the way I live my life. I don't need an extra added push over the cliff of
a quarter
oblivion.
mile at a time, Rob. A quarter mile.
I live my life a quarter mile. A quarter mile at a time. Well, once again, Dieter, I want to thank you for a fantastic show. I mean, this is our 36th week of doing this show, and it all because I just wanted you to get me a rollerball disc, and here we are.
That's the starting. It's got the ball rolling, Rob.
It got the ball rolling.
Literally got the ball
and
rolling.
I have to say, my life has been so enriched knowing you. I look forward to these shows every week. I think this week was particularly fun to do, so thank you for that. I also want to thank our moderating staff.
Elizabeth Bell.
I love the fact that she wields a blue wrench. Baby, you know what I want you to do with me that later. Oh, wait, hang on. Justin Toner's here. Dean Mikatich is here. Brian Hepburn
Hepburn was
is here. Is here. I want to thank everyone who is a Blue Wrench. Our moderators make this the community that it is, but not more so than our viewers. So thank you for watching this. I love when people share what they get on our Facebook page. There is a Let's Get Physical Media Facebook page, so join that. There's a Post-Geek Singularity Facebook page, so thank you to all of those people that are out there. It's great. I mean, I want to say thanks to Zephyr Chan and Willow Yang, just because we have two lovely ladies that have PhDs. Well, I don't think Zephyr has hers yet, but she's getting it. Yep. I mean, how cool is that? How many YouTube communities have two PhD members, two doctorates in their midst? Not many. We do. So thank you for that, ladies. Appreciate it. I want to thank 200 Watt Studio for trolling me hard today, which is fine.
I got trolled too, Rob. I got trolled too.
I know we all do. And
just putting shenanigans in the live chat to be on the show.
Oh, well, so that's for next week. That's for next week. You're going to have to keep us abreast of what's happening.
To live and die in Saarbrücken, Deutschland.
Oh, wow. Can you Wang Chung tonight in Saarbrücken, Deutschland?
No, probably not.
Is there a good bar? Is there a good pub in Saarbrücken? Saarbrücken, Deutschland. Saarbrücken.
I don't know what the situation with the pubs, considering COVID, is at the moment. Are they open? Do you have to be tested? I don't know actually what the real situation is, considering opening pubs.
Right. I want to come over there. We're gonna go pub crawling. Okay. You and I, we're gonna get hammered.
We could go to the Max Ophüls Film Festival and see how Tango Shalom will be doing there.
Well, I would love that. Yes, of course, people know that Tango Shalom, the movie that I produced, edited, post, and VFX supervised, will be opening in theaters. Actually, it starts out in New York City on September 3rd. So I'm not just a guy that buys other people's movies. Yes, Tango Shalom will be opening in New York City Friday, September 3rd. I mean, hopefully it won't get scuttled because of COVID. People wear masks, get vaccinated. Yeah. I have a movie coming out in theaters. I need it to do well opening weekend. Please help us. Please, go see it if you live in New York.
200 Watt Studios sends in a super chat. What time observation? I don't want to miss it. When do you start, Rob?
3 o'clock. I would do it at 2:30, but I have to go eat something and 3 o'clock. Yes, at 3 o'clock it's going to happen.
Okay.
Rob Zervations. Yes. So anyway, thank all of you. And by the way, why don't you tell us the what I always say, but say it in German.
Jede Person, die du triffst, hat eine Geschichte zu erzählen, die du noch zu hören hast. Alles, was du tun musst, ist zuhören. And on that note, live long.
Live long and prosper. Oh my God.